He does all the activities here in Secrets, right?
Yes, senor.
Now, what can we expect on the bike tour like we just had?
A nice experience outside of the facilities of the resort, very safe, very comfortable. So you can come back later on and explore by yourself and have an adventure that you will never forget. Well, in the Popol Vuh, the ancestral Mayan legends, the gods used the shellhorn to make the life of the first human that it was made by horn.
When you're doing the bike tour, you got to make sure you get there early because long line every tour, very long. You've only got 20 people, Michelle?
Yes.
You've only got 20 people when you start doing that? And then what time do they want you to be here?
They want you to be here. By 9. Registration starts at 9:15.
9:15, and then the tour starts at
9:30.
ready to go ahead and what we're gonna do now, pick our bike, Michelle. Look at that line. Gotta make sure you come here early or else you might be what? Told to go home. Yes. Not too early, but I would say like 20 minutes. Right?
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yes. Also, they set it up in different sections.
I forget something.
Right? Now, this is the way that they get everybody ready. You're assigned a bike and make sure that you know how to ride a bike.
If I ask you something, everybody answer me, so that way I know that you are understanding what I'm saying. If you don't say nothing, for me it's like you don't understanding absolutely nothing. If you just look at me like this, I assume you don't understand absolutely nothing. Okay? So yes, no?
Yes.
Well, hopefully we all survive to the middle of Mexico and we're going outside. Okay? So it's very important that you understand the rules of the game change. Okay? No more like inside of the resort. You got it? See? So that means in first place, we have no preference.
Now, when you're in the resort, you've got to go ahead and make sure you're not riding over anybody. But the way that they've got this set up is, if you want to go fast, you be in the front of the group, and if you want to just relax, be in the back of the group. Now, once you've gone through the Mexican town of Akumal, you're taken right here towards the beach area. And now where are we going here, Michelle? We're gonna be, yes, you're right at the beach.
Yeah. Memorial Park of this Memorial Park.
First stop, the bike tour, is this beach area. Well, it's actually, I would call it a beach area, just close to the water. Not sands, but I think just nice location.
Akumal Bay is on the south side behind the houses that we have in the corner. Oh, nice. As you can see, this is a very, very different landscape as we have in front of the resort. It's one of the few places where you can see the waves smashing. It's one of my favorite towns.
Yeah.
And right here we bring you so we can explain you how the tank works. Here you can see the green foam of the jungle in some circular holes of water. What we call cenotes. Cenotes is the opening by the erosion of the underground rivers, and it looks like natural pools inside the jungle. You have the opportunity to go and visit them. Don't miss it. It's a holy place for the ancestral Maya. It's where they used to ask for the rain, where they used to do the sacrifice. But now it's just a touristic attraction. Well, in the Popol Vuh, the ancestral Mayan legends, the gods used the shellhorn to make the life of the first human, that it was made by horn.
Second stop.
But I always like to stop here because this is all the fishes that you can see even on the bay and right here in the lagoon. This one is not our friend, but we can see barracudas, we can see Atlantic blue tang, we can see stingrays, parrot fishes, a lot of fishes. So if you want to make a snorkel around the hotel, take a picture. Somebody can say it, you know me, you're already here last year. Cenote, somebody else can guess what is here? Nobody. Cenote, ocean water, but well, this beautiful place that you can see right here, it's called Cancun, and it's a Mayan word, and means nest of fishes, and it's the connection between the sweet water of a cenote and the ocean. So technically it's both. It's a water and oil. They don't mix together, but they're on the same place. Right here, if you don't know it, they call it lagoon, but you can also in Spanish call it a caleta, or in English the easiest way is bracket. That is between the connections between the two waters. That's why you can see all around this area looks like a big cenote, but it's not a cenote, it's a lagoon, or that's the way that they call it here. On this beautiful place, it's like the kindergarten of the fishes. All the mamas, they come from right there from the ocean that you can see that point, completely green. They come from right here, they come from right there, they leave their eggs, and they abandon their kids. Exactly. It's not a joke. They really abandon their kids. They're bad mothers. But they leave us this big kindergarten. So all the fishes that you're gonna see right here, they're gonna be baby fishes or teenagers. When they're already grown-ups, they just go away back to their home, to the ocean. That's why you can see the same fishes from the Akumal around the ocean that you can see it right here. But you cannot see turtles. Sometimes they ask us, like, we can see turtles here. No, remember, this is not salty water. It's like a combination between sweet and salty. So there's no turtles. If somebody want to touch the water, you can do it, so you can feel it. It's completely fresh. It's not cold, but it's not like warm. It's not. If you want to touch it, you can do it. Just be really careful. If you fall, I don't know how to swim. It's not like Xerja or like the biggest parts like Xcaret. It's more for locals, but if you want to come here for having a day or snorkeling, you can do it. It's completely open for $25. That is down here and also upstairs. Oh my goodness, you're like kids. No, you're not gonna fall here. Right here, you can see the connection of the cenote. The cenote, you're always gonna recognize it on a brackish water because it's always gonna see more clear. The water of the ocean, like you can see, it's always gonna be more greeny and it's gonna be on a different like texture. Right here, you can see how is the current. It's going all the way to the cenote. And I'm not a crazy person. There's a cenote. Right here, on that cave that you see right there, on the point, that's a cenote. Normally, the cenotes, you can see it in many different forms. You can see it like a cave. You can see it like an open one. You can see it half and you can see it half and half. But there's a lot of cenotes that are not even discovered on this area. There's more than 400 cenotes around the Riviera Maya and Yucatan that nobody knows it. For doing scuba diving, you can do it, but there's a lot of rules for doing scuba. Like an example, on an ocean, you can do it without certification. Here, if you do it without certification, you're a crazy person. Never do that. You need to do it with certification, and always you need to go with a partner. Because, like you can see right here, the cenotes, they connect like caves. If you don't know about the cenotes, it's the form of the rocks. Right here on Mérida, Yucatan, that is like 4 hours, like going to Chichen Itza, it was the first place that the meteorite goes directly to the earth and crashed. So all the accumulations from the rocks, they just break. That's why you can see cenotes. And that's why the cenotes, you're always going to see it with different forms. Like when I was explaining, the cenotes, they used to be considered sacred. For the Mayans, these places, they were really important because here they used to make rituals and also sacrifices. Normally when we say that people they used to do sacrifices, everybody gets freaked out and it's like, why they do that? It was nothing bad. For them, doing a sacrifice, it was a way for going with their gods. So it's not like they just choose random people and they say, sir, now we're going to sacrifice you, so we're going to push you to the cenote. No, it was not like that. They used to make different games, they used to make rituals, they used to choose the best people for making a sacrifice. And also, they don't do it for the Spain people, they only do it for us. So when you come to a cenote or you come to a place from these ones, in general, always try to be respectful. On what way? When we go to a cenote, I always like to say thank you and say goodbye. Like Rene was saying with the big show, it's like a closure. When you say thank you, it's a way for saying to the Mother Earth, thank you, gracias, thank you for everything that you give us. And when you say goodbye, it's a way for saying again, thank you for everything that you give us. It's a double. In all the Mayan rituals, in everything that is spiritual, they always gonna tell you, say thank you and say goodbye. Maybe you don't believe it, maybe it's not your belief, but you can be respectful in other ways. When you come here, always try to investigate the food, the language, the people, everything that is around the areas and everything that is around Mexico. If you don't know, there's more than 150 different kinds of dialects around Mexico. So there's more things than chimichanga and Taco Bell. That is funny, but it's fun. It's fun. Thank you.
Now coming back to Secrets Akumal after the bike tour. got the best tour guide for the bike. So anytime you have the tour guide, hopefully you get. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Alejandro, mucho
Alejandro.
gusto. Nice to meet you, Alejandro.
And he does all the activities here in Secrets, right?
Yes, señor.
Now, what can we expect on the bike tour like we just had?
A nice experience outside of the facilities of the resort. Very safe, very comfortable. So you can come back later on and explore by yourself and have an adventure that you will never forget.
Yes.
Hey, excelente.
Excelente. What is his name?
Alejandro.
Alejandro. What is my name? Easy peasy. If you like this activity, for us, it's a pleasure for having you today. If you like it, don't forget to recommend us. Remember, your reviews are super important for us. So if you can leave a good review about Alejandro and Carla of the bike tour or in general from any of the activities, it's super important for us. One more time, thank you very much. Remember, TripAdvisor is our principal social media, but you can leave a review anywhere that is perfect for you. So give a applause to yourself for this beautiful bike tour. Thank you.
Secrets Akumal.
Secrets Akumal.
One of the things that you've got to do in Secrets Akumal is make sure that you are visiting with all the staff. You're not going to get any better service than you get in the Secrets resorts, especially in Secrets Akumal. Now, isn't this a 5-star?
Five
diamonds.
Oh, sorry, diamond, not even stars, diamond.
Yes, sir.
Now, we have Alejandro.
Alejandro, nice to meet you. Mucho
And-
gusto.
Miss Carla.
Hey, remember that name, Alejandro and Carla.
Yes.
The reason why is that if you ever go to Secrets Akumal, they appreciate us if we mention your name, right?
Yes, señor.
Because the reason why that happens is because of, well, you know what, you want to remember their name anyway because you want to just give them the credit. Right? Now, what in the biking, well, you do the biking, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you do everything. She does the pickleball. Right? What activities do we have here? We got biking.
Biking, kayak, paddle, beach volleyball,
Aqua
snorkel.
spinning. We got beach volleyball, pool volleyball, aqua strong,
Spinning, regular
irregular
spinning,
spinning,
crazy
the
games,
crazy games, the Spanish lessons,
art activities.
art activities.
Like, hey, stop. There's only like 24 hours in a day. And then you still got to sleep and burn off the alcohol.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, señor.
So now, most people, they stay here 3-4 days,
Yes,
maybe 7 days.
7 days.
I don't know. Have you ever heard anybody doing like 2 weeks?
See,
Yes.
people from
2 weeks?
People from UK
Yeah.
and people
3
from
weeks.
Europe, they stay at least
Yeah.
10 days, 13, 15, 17.
No, I'm hearing that too. People from the European countries, they come here. Americans, not too much. They stay and they leave, right?
Yeah.
See, because it's closer,
Yeah, it's closer.
4 hours.
But I think what happens is that they find that they like a certain place. They find that they like a particular resort, Akumal, Secrets Akumal, and then they come back.
Yeah, they feel at home and we make them feel family
Yes.
and it's also good for us to see them again.
Yes, and then you notice that you see people, the same people, and everybody knows your name, but you got to make sure that you remember these guys, Alejandro and
Carla.
Make sure Alejandro and Carla, Secrets Akumal in Cancun, Mexico. Welcome home.
Adios.